treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Pepper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Miami Dolphins. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
One-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's go 46, 46. Go, get out there, Here we go, go to 54, go to 54.
Here's Prescott. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Cut. Hey, switch gears. Yeah. Check 31.
They'll run with his second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 32-yard line.
Ballage trying to run inside, but nothing there. Leighton Vander Esch, 3rd in the NFL in tackles as a rookie last year, there on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense. 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll set him back 5. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Watch the twist. Jim.
Out of his end zone, Prescott. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it, try and create some space.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Ballage, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. 43-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 47. Yeah, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right.
Prescott from the gun. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tavon Austin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They run it with Balaj. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
17-yard line.
Hey, Mike. 80. 54. Mike, 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hug. Whip. Watch the whip. Check. Coaching spell. On him, Mike. Yes.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And that'll make it 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Yo. Hard. Hey, turn it up. Big gas. Hey, X3, 218, chopper.
This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. These two teams all tied after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Okay, double up. Mike 5'4". Right.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Stills the intended target.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. From just shy of midfield, Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Haywood. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Now Balaj. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Demarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
36.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. On the left side, this is Stills. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
First down, Miami.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
They'll run here with Balaj. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Running from the shotgun with Dre. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
54 Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. I got you. Mike, 54. Hey, exit. 54. You left, Petrie. Right there, 54.
To throw is Rosen. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore. And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get a 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Check nickel, nickel.
Here's a run with Balaj. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal.
Monday. Sit. He's coming. Double up. 80. Slam. What do you got?
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Kill.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Hey, kill. 26 months. That's it. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Let's go, baby. Watch my board. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing, Prescott. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
After the sack on 1st down, Prescott steps away to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Christian Wilkins in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here goes 46. Here goes 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to go down again. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Don't say nothing. Hey, check 24. Run that. 49, check 49, check 49.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
3rd and long here for Rosen. Forced out to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jalen Smith, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. An update now from Philadelphia. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Now Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Prescott on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown.
Let's go. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Break the net. 54 Mike. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing just about on his own goal line. Here's Austin. Yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
He can't hang.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. How about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Here we go. Check, 47. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going. Hey, 47. Check. 46.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon, and the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Mike 54. You.
On first down, Drake. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? Does it bring in your tight end, keep him in? Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Rosen will throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Prescott to throw it. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. But now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Mike 55. We got to get the ball. D, get the ball.
Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Interception, baby, all day.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
There you go. There we go. Going to 53. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Check. Here we go. 46.
Here's Prescott. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. To throw again on second down. Prescott. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Cooper was the target there. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
When you can count on one hand the number of completions you've had in a game and we're in the second half, that tells you it's really not been your day.
Yeah, but you're losing. You can't just abandon the passing game altogether.
Yeah, maybe you can get hot, string a few together, and get rolling.
Monday.
Second and 10. It's Rosen again. Dancing to his left. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They'll run with Pollard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Randall Cobb, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jalen Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Rosen to throw. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Right there. 54 Mike. That's what I do.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Dolphins on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The play fake to Balaj. Now Rosen. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And now it's Rosen looking. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Oh, yeah!
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.